just wanted to make a video about things that have gotten us through pregnancy, our relationship through pregnancy. It's not easy being pregnant, and it's not easy on the couple either. I'm currently 37 weeks pregnant. We have 5 hacks, and the first one is taking a baby moon. Baby moon is a small vacation or even like a staycation, just a trip that you plan with your partner to do before baby comes. So it's kind of like your last romantic getaway.
Yeah, I didn't know. I'm coming from France, so baby moon is pretty new concept for me. I guess it's a pretty new concept for a lot of people, like even if you're from the US. But
Yeah.
I think it was a really good thing.
For our baby moon, we went to Kauai. It was really important for us to choose a destination that had all the things that we love to do. So we love adventure, we love hiking, we love warm weather, and we really just wanted to kind of relax and go with the flow day by day, not really have too many plans, but it's really important for us because that's how we met, was traveling and just that kind of backpacker feel. My recommendations for a baby moon is to take the baby moon before you get to that uncomfortable stage. And you'll know when you feel really good. It's time, like I think we went during my 22nd week of pregnancy. So at that time I had energy, I had a little baby bump, so it was fun to take pictures and do all that stuff, but I wasn't super tired. My body felt really good, and so we were able to like do a little bit of hiking, go to the beach and explore, and
eat.
And eat a lot, yeah. So go on your baby moon before you get to that uncomfortable stage of pregnancy, because then it's like you're not gonna enjoy yourself. You want this to be about you and your partner. Also, it doesn't have to be like an extravagant location. Go within your budget. If that means like taking a weekend to, maybe you guys love music, so planning a weekend around your favorite band or something. Whatever activities that you really love that you do together, that's what you should plan your baby moon around. Don't try to make it romantic or what you think other people would want. Make it about you and your partner.
Yeah, it has to look like you and your relationship.
So next hack, number 2, is explore and discover new ways to be intimate. Yeah.
I think that's a good one. That's a good one. Like, your body change and.
It did?
Kind of. your body change and your reaction to touch is different. Your reaction to everything is different.
Yeah. So, and yeah, you're physically changing. Your hormones are changing. You may not feel sexy anymore, but intimacy doesn't mean sex. Like, whatever you and your partner did before baby, you kind of have to let that go out the window and treat this like a new relationship again, like rediscovering what touch makes you feel good and sexy. Maybe it's not the same thing that it was a week ago, and you just have to find new ways together, and it's a process in the beginning. Like, you may not even know as a new pregnant woman what makes you feel good, and you might, like, it was a little frustrating for me because like I just kind of had a lot of aversions. Just the touch that we usually give each other just wasn't, it was kind of annoying.
Yeah, and you need to be able to pass that frustration because if you are having a baby, like following a long relationship, you know each other very well, you know each other's body very well, and you know all the buttons that you can activate, all the things that she likes and she doesn't. And this suddenly changes, not necessarily suddenly, but it evolves.
Yeah.
So you need to pass this frustration and be okay with like rediscovering, and that can be a fun part too.
And just kind of flirt and take it back to that dating stage where you're kind of getting to know each other again. If you can look at it that way, like actually dating again, I think that was a big thing for me. Yeah. Try not to think about numbers. Like we used to have sex X times a week. Replace that with sexy time. So maybe in sexy time, like you're not even having sex, you're maybe taking a bubble bath together, or maybe your partner is giving you a massage, or maybe you're just cuddling and spooning and tickling each other, I don't know.
Or you're just watching Game of Thrones.
Or you're watching Game of Thrones with pizza, if that's what your sexy time is. Then make time for that sexy time to where it feels like you're making those connections again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's important. I mean, it's the same way we say that like foreplay is not only what we call sexy time. Foreplay is just having a good conversation,
Yeah.
is having a drink together,
Maybe
even if you cannot drink now, but it's all these like this is the intimacy that you're seeking.
Right. That brings us to round 3.
I think that's the third one.
Pregnancy brain, I forget. Okay. So hack number 3 is stay organized and create kind of like a plan. Like plan ahead and create a schedule. We just did all the sexy talk. This is not sexy at all, but it's super important. At least for me, because I like to kind of be in control of things, and having a baby, you're not going to be in control at all. So get all that stuff done before baby comes, right?
Yeah.
So talk about budgeting, like what you want to do with the nursery, what you want to do with baby gear, like, you know, talk about those things so that you can kind of, because it's hard. Sometimes you get carried away when you go into a store, you see all those cute little baby items and shirts, like, but if you have a budget, you can remind yourself, okay, this is okay or whatever. But also like financial planning. Who's gonna pay the bills when baby comes? You're gonna both be so exhausted. Like you might forget to pay your rent one day or your car payment, and all of a sudden you have all these late bills, and that's not fun when you have a brand new baby that you wanna focus your attention on, but you have all this other stuff. So maybe you wanna set up payment plans so that it's automatically taken out of your account. Or
so all these tips that we've been given, like lately, plan everything ahead and make sure that everything is taken care of before the baby comes.
Yeah. And it was important for me to, like, starting in the 2nd trimester, I really thought about, okay, we need like the nursery done, we need to have the car seat, you need to have all of these things in place, but don't put it off until the end, because mama, you're gonna be exhausted, and depending on how light of a sleeper is, maybe your partner is, you're both gonna be super tired. So break things up and maybe have the car seat installed by this week. Maybe have the nursery done by this week, so that you can kind of spread things out and still enjoy your pregnancy without being stressed. Yeah.
And it's very important not to be stressed out, right? Like stress can actually impact your well-being and the pregnancy itself. So the less stressed you are, the better the pregnancy is gonna be.
The less stressed I am, the happier he's gonna be.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Your stress is actually everything is revolving around
So
your
Dad,
stress level.
pick up the slack. If you notice things aren't really getting done, I mean, you can wait till the end, but mom is gonna be stressed and you're not gonna be very happy.
Yeah.
So it's a team effort to like get things in place and ready. So we have 3 more weeks and everything is pretty much.
Yeah. We still have a little bit to do on the food and everything.
Right.
But you need to take care of like the oil change if it's not done already. Everything. The more you can do before, the more you're gonna have a sense of accomplishment, and you're gonna be just happy and just enjoy.
High
4th hack. 4th hack is to actually learn together.
Like one thing that we like to do, we had an app where every week there was a new video that was released of what's happening with baby and what's happening with my body, and that helps kind of give him an understanding. So it's just important that you educate yourselves together. It makes it fun. It helps to include your partner, because again, mama is the one that has baby growing and feels the kicks and feels all these little things, but you want your partner to feel like involved, and also, at least I did.
And I think I really like every Thursday we're watching this small video.
Got us excited.
Yeah, I got us excited, and like throughout the pregnancy, we talk about the evolution. That's actually an anchor point every week
Yeah.
to talk about it.
And another thing you can do also is take a birthing class together. We chose hypnobirthing, so it was a great class that involved both people and not just focusing on the mother or the mother, but also the partner. And that was really important for me because even in doctor's visits, like providers that didn't really acknowledge him, and that kind of threw me off. Like I was just like, it's not like I didn't get pregnant by myself, you know, like.
Yeah, we're in this together,
Yeah.
and that's our pregnancy
Yeah.
together.
You can read books together. Doesn't have to be the same book. Maybe he wants to choose a book and you want to choose a book, but you can talk about what you've read, and I think
Just educate yourself as a whole and make it a game.
because when it comes down to it, or whatever kind of birth plan you have, having a partner there to support you is going to, I think, make the experience just a lot better, so that you're not in it by yourself. Yeah. High five again. And hack number 5, last but not least, is have open communication. Like that sounds pretty general, pretty obvious, but again, it's really not. And sometimes it's hard to verbalize the changes that are happening in your relationship, because you will have changes, and just being able to talk about things and listen to each other, I think is super important.
Yeah, communication is important whether you're pregnant or not anyway.
Right. It's like, how is he supposed to know exactly what I'm going through unless we communicate about it? Because he's not in my body, and a lot of time as women we expect our partner to know things, and that doesn't change with pregnancy. Like we expect them to know what's going on, and oh, he just knows I'm pregnant. Well, maybe he doesn't understand exactly what's going on with you and your fatigue levels, your whatever is going on. But when you can communicate, like on nights when I'm super, like let's say I've been like napping all day, and at night I know like I'm gonna be restless and kind of fatigued, so he'll give me a massage.
That
But
happens.
he doesn't just do that. Like I had to tell him.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's about also understanding what are your needs,
Yeah.
and just helping you as much as I possibly can. And it's also about you not taking advantage of my massages. I massage you sometimes. I don't massage her every day.
Just
But
when he knows, and sometimes he offers it when I don't even ask. Sometimes I do ask, but also like reciprocate the support. So yes, there's a lot of changes going on with me, but he's mentally preparing too, and he still has a life outside of what's going on.
exactly.
So noticing when his energy levels are low, maybe mine are feeling good that day, so I can maybe offer him something that he really likes. Or
Exactly. I think like you being pregnant, you are of course the center of attention, the main center
I'm the
of attention.
star of the show.
But like it doesn't make me less of a human with
Oh.
needs
Yeah,
and
of course.
everything. So sometimes I'm gonna have a hard day at work. I'm just gonna come back home and I'm gonna be tired, and I
Yeah.
can't do anything to support you. And
Right.
it's also about you understanding that
Yeah,
too.
exactly. The communication, it really does help with so many things. Like there was a day when I really just was so tired I wanted to cry, and because I was open and honest with him and he knew what to expect, when I got home there was like a plate of Oreos. Like,
Yeah, that's
that just made me feel so good.
Oreos and milk. Yeah, that's what you
Oreos and
needed.
milk. It was exactly what I needed. But
And
how was he
suddenly
supposed to know that?
the mood changed.
Yeah, of course. I actually want some Oreos right now. That sounds pretty good.
I don't think we have any.
I know. We might have to go to the store and do a run.
See,
So.
maybe I will need to go for a run.
Hint,
like-
hint, right? drop those hints, ladies. Drop those hints and see. I mean, sometimes you have to hit them over the head with your hint, but however you communicate, whether it's writing things down or literally just being brutally honest about it, you need to do it. And even like the smallest things, when you have, I had an aversion in the very beginning to him actually, because my senses of smell were so extreme. I already have a pretty strong sense of smell, but they were over the top where like I did not want to be around him.
And I was okay with my recurrence of showers and
his
everything.
hygiene it was not the issue.
My hygiene was
It
good.
was just those weird things happen when you're pregnant, and you have to be able to talk openly with your partner, because again, he's not in your mind, or your partner, he or she is not inside of your body, and you're experiencing all of these crazy things. You need to be open. Like, if any time in your relationship you want to just have no filter, I think now is the time where it's accepted. Like, you're pregnant. It's okay.
Yeah. So don't take things personally, and read the 4 Agreements if you don't know the book. Don Miguel Ruiz, The 4 Agreements. It's a great book.
Very good book. Don't take things personally. So those are just things that worked for us, these 5 hacks.
And worked pretty well.
And pregnancy is a unique time, a unique experience for everyone. So, you know, what works for us may not work for you, but it was really helpful identifying these things for our relationship. And we're at 37 weeks, and we're so happy and excited, and we still love each other. And
We haven't killed each other at this point.
We're both alive.
That means
So,
success.
Yeah, I think we've done a pretty good job, and we just wanted to share that with you.
And once again, we're not like healthcare provider or anything, so this is just what works for us.
Yeah.
And if you want to try things out, it's your choice, but we're not forcing anything.
Yeah, we hope you find this video helpful. Let us know if you have any other questions, or if there's something else that some other topic that you want us to explore. I think we're pretty open and honest. We don't mind sharing some stuff.